This is a Sports Catastrophe production.
Hey there, Heather Ho there. It's Jeff Cutter Diamond welcoming you to another Sports Catastrophe Birthday Boy. And the birthday boy for today, April the 19th, is a baseball icon who spent all 15 years of his career with the Minnesota Twins. He was known as one of the best contact hitters by a catcher and the only catcher in Major League history to win 3 batting titles. He was one of the best around. He is the most recent catcher to win or even be top 3 in MVP voting in the American League, and only one of 2 catchers alongside Buster Posey to win an MVP since 2000. He's a fan favorite, and he is going to the Baseball Hall of Fame this year in his first year of eligibility. His name, Joe Mauer, who's 41 years old. He was born in St. Paul, Minnesota, April 19th, 1983. He played 3 sports in St. Paul for high school: football, basketball, and baseball. And he was actually the only athlete ever to be selected as the USA Today's High School Player of the Year in 2 sports. He was quarterback for football in 2000 and catcher baseball 2001. Anyway, the gigantic, well, Maurer attended the same high school as former Milwaukee icon Paul Molitor. I know he was a Blue Jay icon and won the World Series MVP with the Blue Jays, but Molitor is not really a Blue Jays icon, more so than a Brewer icon. Anyway, Maurer had a pretty good all that. So anyway, Maurer was a pretty good player and all that. He also did well in basketball and football. Yeah, he was accomplished and he was a good quarterback and all that. He went on to the U.S. Army All American Bowl to compete. So Maurer was going to play football and probably be quarterback at Florida State. However, he decided to enter the baseball draft, and Minnesota, hometown team, decided to take him with the first pick of the 2001 draft, ahead of Mark Pryor, who went second to the Cubs. And Maurer basically wanted to make sure that Minnesota would not be laughed at for taking Maurer with the number 1 pick, and that he wouldn't be a bust and all that. He would be promoted to the Twins roster by 2004, mostly because AJ Pierzynski was traded to the Giants in the 2003 offseason. So in 2004, he made his debut and went 2 for 3. Unfortunately, 2 days later, he had a knee injury and sidelined him for a month. Now we return to Twins lineup in June, but in July, pain and swelling in his knee forced an early end to Maurer's 2004 season. In his first full major league season in 2005, he batted .294 with 9 home runs and 55 RBIs. But strange as it sounded, in his second full season in 2006, he became the first catcher in American League history to lead the AL in batting average with a .347 average. He had done quite well for himself. He was named AL Player of the Week in mid-June. He was among us. He was the MLB Player of the Month for June because of his .452 batting average and 14 RBI. Maurer was selected to the All-Star game and was even on the cover of Sports Illustrated August 2006. But unlike most times, the SI cover jinx did not bite Maurer. He would bat .347, edging Derek Jeter and Robbie Cano to win the AL batting title and becoming the first American League catcher to do so, winning the title, and the first catcher in 64 years. Well, the first since Ernie Lombardi to do so. It was just amazing. It was the highest in the major leagues, too, and he became the youngest batting title champ since A-Rod in '96. He won the Silver Slugger. Surprisingly, he didn't win the MVP. Well, anyway, he signed a 4-year, $34 million deal in 2007, so he would be ready to play and all that. In 2007, he would bat much less, .293 in 109 games. But anyway, in 2008, he bounced back, winning another batting title, leading the American League in average with a .328 average, putting up 9 homers and 85 RBIs. anyway, it didn't matter. He won the Gold Glove. He was fourth in MVP voting, as Dustin Pedroia ended up winning it. In 2009, he changed a lot of people's perspectives about him. He became the first catcher to lead the majors in batting average, on base percentage, and slugging percentage in the same year. And he was the first American League player to do that triple crown: batting average, on base percentage, slugging percentage, since George Brett in 1980. Maurer put up a 365 average, which was the highest mark among catchers since 1901, the highest by a twin since Rod Carew in 1977, and led Major League Baseball. 27 out of 28 first place votes went to Maurer to be the AL MVP, and he deserved it. So, anyway, Maurer actually missed the first month of the 2009 season, ironically enough. So, what would have happened if he stayed around for an extra month and all that? So, anyway, he helped the Twins rally against the Tigers in the AL Central in 2009. They were down by 7 at the start of September, but they pulled a tie and then beat the Tigers in a one-game playoff to secure the division title. So Maurer did quite well, becoming the first catcher ever to win 3 batting titles and all that. Bubbles Hargrave and Ernie Lombardi were the only 2 catchers to get a batting title before Maurer did. Maurer did quite well. He was decent in the playoffs, 5 for 12. Sadly, though, the Yankees swept the Twins. So it was just amazing what he could do. So of course, because of the MVP voting, he signed an 8-year contract extension worth $184 million. So he did all that. Maurer actually went through arthroscopic knee surgery after the 2010 season and had some problems and all that. Maurer would soon try to go towards first base to save his knees and all that. So, anyway, he was fine, all right, and then he went to right field. He would struggle through 2011 with various ailments, including surgery complications, about a pneumonia, and did not do very well. He only played 82 games. But by 2012, he kind of bounced back. And in August, he actually broke the Twins record for most games at catcher in the Twins franchise. Earl Batty having that. Maurer was the Twins' opening day catcher with Ryan Duman as his backup, but then he would be first base and DH as well. So anyway, after going to the DL in August with concussion-like symptoms, it was ironic that Maurer did not return to the lineup and all that. He was the AL Silver Slugger catcher, even though he missed more than a month. So the Twins decided to put Maurer at first base permanently, and he played 120 games, picking up 277 batting average with 4 home runs. Anyway, Maurer would do okay. By 2017, he batted 305, which was pretty good and all that. He got to 2,000 hits. And there were rumors that he would retire at the end of the year. Maurer decided to be a catcher for the first time since his concussion in 2013. But it was one pitch, and then he was removed for Chris Jimenez. He exited to a standing ovation and did pretty well for himself. He would officially retire from baseball, and the Twins decided the next season in 2019 to retire his number 7. So anyway, Maurer still holds the MLB single season record for batting average by a catcher, which he set in 2009 at 365. First AL catcher to win a batting title, and the most batting titles by a catcher at 3. In his career, he batted 306 in 1,858 games with 143 home runs, 923 RBIs. Anyway, he was eligible for the Hall of Fame in 2024 because the rule is you have to have 5 years after your baseball career and you're eligible. He put up 76% of the total, which was enough to make the 75% threshold, making him the 3rd catcher to be elected in his first chance after only Johnny Bench and Pudge Rodriguez. And he is now the first overall pick in the baseball draft to be inducted. Ken Griffey Jr., Chipper Jones, and Harold Baines are your other three. And in fact, Mauer will be the first Hall of Famer to play his entire career in the 21st century and the first to be drafted in that century, too. So he did quite well for himself. He was actually the cover of MLB 10 and 11, which was amazing going back to back and all that. So anyway, that's what he did. He wore long sideburns throughout his big league career. He married his girlfriend and have twin daughters and a son and all that. So Joe Mauer was a fantastic player and all that. And well played, Mauer. Anyway, I'm Jeff Diamond. I do.